Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today I'm here with two guests. They just finished their Capitol Hill block party performance yesterday. I guess you guys were like the last day, right? Sunday? Or
Yeah, Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Fucking awesome. Were there like fireworks at the end or anything? Or
Nah,
how did they
that'd be
wrap
cool,
up the... you know, like that's a
I don't
finale.
think there was.
I was inside.
Oh, you guys were like competing with like Taylor Swift also.
Yeah,
Because
there's a lot of people at the festival though.
That's awesome.
It didn't look like no competition. It looked like everybody was where they wanted to be.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. But I'm here with N3ptune and Rusty Steve. They're here from Denver. Do you guys still live in Denver?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
there we
born
go.
and raised.
I've tried to like have artists, whether it's Zoom or in person, from like all across the board. But I personally don't know too much about the Denver music scene, so I'd love to pick your guys' brains about that. But like, first, where'd you guys both start in the music scene, or were you guys in the music scene to start off, or?
I mean, yeah. Well, I started music when I was like 8.
Okay.
Like my first kind of introduction to music, or like learning music, was I took like some drum lessons. And then, yeah, I got Guitar Hero 3 on
Nice.
PlayStation 3, and
Were you good at it?
yeah, I was like pretty good at it. And then it made me want to like pick up real guitar, and that was when I was 10 years old. Yeah, it was like me and my friends at the time, and yeah, we were doing, like, I was taking guitar lessons, and we were doing like our own like band and
At
stuff.
10 years old?
Yeah, so it was like,
Damn.
and we were really into like rock and like metal. So a lot of the early stuff I was learning was like Nirvana. Yeah, you know, like Come As You Are was one of the first songs I learned. I think like a lot of people's first guitar song.
Is it, why is that? Is it like an easier one, or like?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Like a lot of
Okay.
the Nirvana stuff it's really cool, but it's not insanely difficult to play. So I think it kind of makes for like some of the best guitar music to like start learning.
I think of like Heart-Shaped Box, that like dun, dun. I can hear that.
Yeah.
So what about Nirvana? Is like Nirvana, do you think Kurt Cobain makes Nirvana, or the whole band makes Nirvana then? If it's kind of more simple, or is that just...
That's a tough question. Like, I honestly don't know the behind the scenes of their thing, but I think obviously Kurt was writing the songs for the most part. But I think, yeah, like Nirvana isn't Nirvana without Dave Grohl and
Chris Novoselic, I think.
Chris Novoselic.
That guy lives in Washington still, but in the middle of nowhere, called Deep River, Washington. I don't even know where that is. I just know it's like 4 or 5 hours away from here, which sounds specific that I even know that it's that far away.
That's dope though.
But that's like one of my like dream interviews, is to like convince him to let me go to his house and interview him at his house. Like
that'd be so
like
cool.
that'd be like a little road trip, because Deep River doesn't even sound like that would be a town, but I guess that is.
That's so cool. Yeah.
And then you, N3ptune, how did you start music?
I was stomping around in 5-inch boots.
Okay.
So my
Wait, first of all, how tall are you originally then? Without
I'm
the
5'10", 5'11".
Okay, so you're already like a tall guy.
Yeah. But I wear platforms because like everybody wears just regular ass shoes, and it bugs the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I
feel
just
that.
don't like regular flat ass shoes.
You're as flat as you get here.
I'm saying, as long as it ain't Birkenstocks.
Oh man.
That's an insight. I gotta share that when this comes out. So, I really got my start after going to music camp. Actually, the camp that we met at, which is Links Denver, University of Colorado Denver,
Okay.
UCD. And I went 2 years in a row, and after that second year was when, that was 2016, because I graduated high school. 2016.
So you like this is something you had to do outside of high school, or like how old was there, like an age?
Yeah, I was wildly sheltered.
Got it.
Like 2 weeks at a time, having to be on
Whoa, what's that? Like...
mommy's raggedy ass hip. So,
Oh shit. Okay.
so when I stepped out into town, I was buck ass wild. So I think about like 2 weeks after the camp, like a week or so after or two after the camp, started doing karaoke nights
Ooh.
at this joint called Mercury Cafe.
Okay.
With two of my other friends from that camp who I ended up living with. One of them got my first apartment afterwards, living with her.
Wait, actually, first off, what is this? What break down what this camp even is? You just said it was like a music.
Yeah, it was a
camp.
music camp. So it was really like kind of like a training camp. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
It was like they had songwriting, vocal classes, different things for instruments. They had music production. They also had music business, and they had music marketing.
Okay.
And they had us on a regular schedule.
Dang.
And they put all the kids on a regular schedule, like sleep, wake up, this is our schedule, da, 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 and everything moves very fast, and it like essentially preps young artists and just music makers and so on and so forth.
And you have to have an experience beforehand, or like
you really come in. You can come in as blind. You get in.
Nice.
I mean, you really experience, and then really for the ones who really just soak up everything and really just apply it, they really go ahead. I think I don't have to say I think all those notes I took I apply to this day.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty cool. It was at Lynx Denver, which is like a college in Denver, and so we would like stay in the dorms for the camp. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then how'd you guys find out about it?
My parents found out about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna do this camp," and I was like, "Okay." Oh
dang! So your
cool.
parents have been like pretty supportive of.
He's very supportive.
But your parents were not, or
yeah. If I was on the verge of a mental breakdown, then it was okay to support my black ass.
Oh, man.
Other than that, it was nah.
Okay, I feel that. So you end this camp, and then you move in with roommates who were in the camp.
Yeah. So I was still living at home for a little bit, and then I finessed my way out of that house.
There you go.
Amen. My motherfucking life. And so I was really starting to like network, going out, still doing these karaoke nights, looking for like a way.
Wait, was this a cool bar, by the way? Is this like a popular karaoke place? Or
well, they did karaoke nights. It's really just like a coffee joint. They have food there. Like it's really like a hangout for witchy bitches, and then like
witchy,
yeah, for witchy bitches and everybody after that. So,
okay,
it has a cool history though. Like a lot of early punk bands have played there.
Okay.
Like I think Black Flag played there.
Nice.
The Descendants.
Okay.
Maybe definitely Black Flag though, but yeah, it's a cool place.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So from there, I had started recording with this guy's name is Roger James.
Okay.
I believe he's a producer at Atlantic now. Fucking crazy.
Nice.
Started recording with him. Ended up performing at Denver Art Society, which is an art gallery, on Santa Fe in the art district out there. And
there's an art district in Denver.
Yeah,
that's dope.
There's the art district, and then there's the gentrified neighborhood. Rhino, which is
the gentrified neighborhood at least bring money into the art district, or no?
They do, but it's gentrified, so they kicked all the people of color out.
Yeah,
and just said, "Fuck you, niggas," essentially.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's beef on my end at all the times because they're not. You can give back all you want, but you're not giving back to the people you kicked out.
Yeah,
regardless. So the art district. They threw First Fighters, I was with the collective at the time, throwing shows regularly, and from there on really just was navigating my way every corner, networking constantly. If I was literally everywhere, even if I wasn't invited, I would just show up as the most eccentric and then just stay in, and they wouldn't kick me out because everybody was talking to me. And from there on just kind of just was bobbing and weaving through the music scene out there until I'm still doing that to this day.
And are you like outgoing and eccentric by nature, or is that something you had to learn?
I'm like that by nature.
Okay.
It's very like casual for me.
If
I'm not very eccentric, there's probably something going on.
Got it.
I think I'm a lot more myself now because I do music so much. So a lot of it is I don't feel like I felt for so long I was building myself up to like have to do that, but I mean I was building myself up because it was never something that like I wasn't allowed to just be. So I mean even still navigating that now, just being like you can just be you. It's fine. I think it's really cool because I think just me casually it's pretty out there. I mean I casually have 40-inch hair.
Hey, there we
right
go.
now. So like,
Nice.
most people don't see 40-inch locks on people just walking down the street with
Yeah.
7-inch boots and like mesh.
You're a
on.
giant.
Yeah. Well, I'm dressed like a hooker most of the time, and like, so it's just chill.
Do you guys know about Aurora Avenue in Seattle yet?
No.
What's that?
That's our red light district.
Yeah. It's
Where's that?
It's oh my god. Yeah, we're actually probably like 5 to 10 minutes away from there right now. And it's like, not saying you don't want to go to Aurora, like it's sketchy as I don't even know if you would call it a red light district. It's just that like for whatever reason, like
That's our
like the homeless people, drug dealers, and like women of the night, like to
Okay.
or the day, women of the day also, like it doesn't matter. They just walk these streets
Different
of
shifts.
Aurora Avenue, and it's wild.
Damn.
But
so
like
Aurora Avenue would sound like our Colfax.
it's wild. But I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be like. I don't know if there's actually like a. Maybe there's like. Do they even have like DVD stores anymore? Like they might have. Actually,
There's one in Aurora. Oh, I don't know. They swear they're closing and doing a grand closing every month. Gotta get rid of it all. They've been
Yeah,
doing
like
that
who
for
the
like
fuck's
10
buying DVDs, foreign DVDs, and
Oh wait, no, they do sell porn DVDs at like what is it?
Yeah, at all the
Walmart?
sex shops.
No, Walmart. No, the only thing you can't get at Walmart is porn and humans.
Wow.
except in the back, maybe you could probably get a human.
Dead ass.
probably
They got something going on back there. They had too much money. No, they sell porn DVDs at what is it? At the sex shops.
Yeah, I guess. There's
Yeah,
like-
they definitely do. I was on the cover of a magazine in one, so that's how. And like,
Wait, you were on a what?
not on the cover of a porn magazine.
Oh.
One day. But no, I was on the cover of a magazine and went into a sex shop, and I like turned to the right, and they like had all these like magazines, and then literally my face is on like all of them. I was like,
But you were like a normal magazine, or wait, so you're
oh
saying
yeah, I was like in a regular magazine, but they just had it.
in the sex shop?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then yeah, I just looked around.
So there's like a potential that like someone like bought your magazine to like jerk off to.
I mean, people have literally taken pictures with me to beat off to later on. So.
Oh.
Really? Have they told you that? They were like,
Well, they didn't tell me that. They just took a picture of me and then tipped me afterwards.
Wait, tipped you
Yeah.
Like, on Cash App or something?
No, cash.
They just gave. Wait, they took a picture
I'm
and.
a dancer as well.
Okay, there we go.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Again,
when you were
that's
dancing.
What about
Essentially.
Rusty Steve? Are you a dancer?
No. Well, I mean, I like to dance, but I would not call myself a
He
dancer.
don't. He likes to dance. He don't dance.
Oh my gosh. So these names like Rusty Steve. Where does Rusty Steve come from?
I wish I had like a funny story. I want to make up like a story.
Say you got like
for it.
tinnitus or something.
Yeah. For no, but actually, like where it comes from is my last name's Restivo,
Oh.
and one of my early guitar teachers like it gave me the nickname Rusty Steve. And then I don't know, all my friends would call me Rusty, and when I was like starting to like do my solo project and like get started, I was like searching for a name, and one of my friends, Dan, was like, why don't you just go by Rusty Steve? And I was like hesitant because it kind of has like a comedic aspect to it, I feel like.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
sounds
not,
like a,
too serious.
Sounds like that SpongeBob character, Dirty Dan or something. Dirty Dan and
Exactly.
Rusty Steve.
Exactly. Hold on.
But I was like, you know what? Like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. I've had the nickname for so long, and it just, I don't know.
Wait, what'd
It's
you say
kind
your
of
last name was again?
Restivo.
Restivo. Is
Yeah.
that like Russian or something, or what?
It's Sicilian.
Sicilian. Okay.
Yeah.
So your first name's not even Steve at all.
No, everyone calls me. A lot of people call
Everyone
me
calls
Steve, and I'm like,
Steve.
just call me Rusty. Call me Rusty.
It's funny how he says it though. He's like, yeah, you're Rusty.
Yeah.
So what are some like positives to the word rusty? Because like when I, usually when people think of rusty, they think of like a rusty nail or something. But what are some like positive that you can think of?
I don't think
rusty?
there is like a positive to it.
Cap.
I think it kind of just has like a kind of funky connotation to it. Like,
well, he makes his own music as well. So like when you
Yeah.
hear his music and you hear just like these guttural, like aggressive, so you can even hear it in the production. A lot of the times, like it's just very like it can easily feel sometimes like not in a bad way, but like just nails scratching on something.
Got
Like
it.
it has that intensity of that sound to where it is a lot more rugged, metallic, very just hard hitting and just very abrasive in a way that like I don't know, something rusty, like just scratching on something. Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that.
It's like your
I
sound.
dig that. I dig that like
hype yourself up.
interpretation.
Yeah. Yeah, make that a cool slang word, you know, like what type of music do you make? You know, rusty, you know, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool to coin a genre.
Yeah.
Do it.
So how did you get into like the music scene, or were you ever truly involved in like the Denver scene?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I think being in that camp was sort of like the first like introduction to the Denver music scene.
Okay.
But really, I started in like the Denver punk scene.
Okay.
In high school, I was in a punk band playing drums, actually.
Nice. Are you good at the drums?
Wait, what'd you say?
Are you good at the drums?
Yeah.
Okay, there
I
we
mean,
go.
I like to. I mean, I'm not like amazing at the drums, but like I'm like good.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. So I would always play this venue in Denver, Seventh Circle.
Okay.
It's like a DIY punk venue, and yeah, that shit was. I miss back in like 2015, 2016. Being in a punk band and like just like going to shows at this, it like Seventh Circle is literally in like a renovated garage.
Mm-hmm.
Renovated is not the right word because it's like it's not nice.
It's like grungy.
like it's super
rugged.
punked out. Like there's like writing all over the walls, like stickers everywhere. It's just like grimy, but it's like, yeah. I just remember like it just being packed the fuck out in that garage and like people crowd surfing, people like hanging from the ceiling, like
Hell yeah.
so yeah, that's like that was my first kind of Denver scene. And I was also in like a math rock kind of band, and so we were kind of just playing whatever gig we could get.
What's math rock?
It's like
If you heard it, you would know.
If I was what?
If you heard it, you would definitely
yeah,
know.
I'm trying to think of like band like Animals as Leaders is like
Okay.
maybe math rock.
There's just so many
Sean
genres, you
is
know.
math rock maybe.
It's definitely one that's like a lot more distinct in sound.
Yeah, it's like technical. It's like imagine guitar
Classical
just
rock
playing
guitar.
like crazy riffs and
Okay.
like odd time signatures, and yeah,
And
that's
you can
kind
still
of
like
math rock.
dance to it and stuff, or
No, you could probably not dance to it at all. It's like really, it's just like imagine like writing to write the most complex,
Got it.
confusing riff ever, and then that's the song.
And that's, you said you were in that band?
Yeah, well, it was like kind of like math rock, and then it was also kind of like kind of prog rock and
Prog rock?
like yeah,
What
like
is pro-
progressive, like
Okay.
progressive rock.
Okay,
like,
yeah, I know that then. Okay.
and sort of like
Yeah, I was thinking of like, what is that? Prague is like a
Place.
country or a place or what?
Please don't direct that question at me because I'm gonna say some stupid shit on this camera.
yeah.
Somewhere you go, I know that.
I'm American, but very American at the same time.
But yeah,
I don't know.
and then I went to Berklee College of Music for a couple years in Boston, and I was in a band out there.
Wait, is that like I feel like being punk, you're kind of going against the grain a little bit. Obviously, there's a scene, but like,
Yeah,
I feel like a punk band wanting to go to Berklee College of Music is kind of
yeah.
out
I love like so many different types of music, and so yeah,
okay.
Yeah, punk and going to Berklee definitely doesn't mix very well. Because yeah, I feel like punk is all about like DIY and yeah, going against the grain, anti-establishment. And
Yeah.
Berklee is very much an establishment. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I did. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you get like a degree there? Or?
No, I only went for 2 years.
Okay, but you learned some stuff probably.
Yeah, I learned a lot of music theory. Took a bunch of music production classes. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then N3ptune, when did you get the name N3ptune? And what's the meaning behind N3ptune? Because I'm pretty sure most black people can't swim.
Oh, God. That's why when your ass go to Howard, you can't graduate unless you take that motherfucking swim course. Interesting. I got it from a Lady Gaga song.
Okay.
It was October 10th, 2013, I believe. It was either October 10th or October 16th, whatever day Venus came out. It's from her song Venus from her album Art Pop. Song drop, of course, my ass was on it, waiting for it. Ain't had no service like that. My data was not fast. This is 2013 we talking about as well. What the fuck? Basic ass phone. So I had to I walk to Walgreens, was walking back, and in that time of going to Walgreens and coming back, the whole song had loaded on YouTube.
Dang.
And so I was listening to it and I was just mind blown. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to, dog? This shit is this insane fucking there's harmonies. It's starting off with these ridiculous fucking harmonies. This just it's synthy as fuck. It feels very disco.
Yeah.
It's throbbing. Madness. And then she got to the bridge of the song, and the first planet, she calls off the planets, and the first planet she called off, mind you, I'm walking, there's something in the sidewalk, so I'm walking around into the streets, back onto the sidewalk. First planet she calls off was N3ptune. I got hot everywhere. It was I heard my name for the first time.
Damn.
I heard my name for the first time.
Wow.
I just got hot just everywhere. And I've always been the kid who went by 11 different names. So that one, it was just something I never had a feeling hearing.
Wow.
That before. And it's not like I hadn't heard, you know what I'm saying? The planet fucking N3ptune.
Yeah.
Hearing it right then and there was just crazy. I almost got hit by a car.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I walked out in the street, stopped. It was just and I looked, and the car was I was oh shit, my bad.
You were reborn. You were reborn in that very moment.
Yeah, I've literally gone by N3ptune more and more since.
Damn.
Yeah.
What are some other wild names you've had?
Zachariah.
Okay.
Shane. Monroe. My friends call me Phoenix.
Okay.
Other ones who in the same they call me Pharaoh. I have Pharaoh tattooed.
Okay.
It's been some other shit too. I had different stage names as a kid.
What was your first performing artist name?
Ooh, Sergey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you first started making music,
in elementary school, I was yes, give me my name. Dead ass. I had I was the kid at recess who had notebooks and was writing business plans, holding business meetings, writing songs, and drawing designs. That was literally me on the playground. So yeah, that was the first ever, and then switched to something. I wanted to be the next Destiny's Child so bad. Nobody was ever as serious as I was, ever. Nobody. I was always the most serious of this is what it is. This is what's gonna happen. I actually literally right before I was no, this is my name. Everything else is just motherfucking playground. This is the big fucking leagues. I was oh, Kuronika. That's gonna be the one, which is Black Cat in Japanese. I literally love Black Cat.
That'd be a good album name.
I'm telling you, dude.
You like Black Cat? I don't know, it was bad luck or something.
White people told you that. White people told you that. It ain't got nothing to do with niggas. No, those are sacred fucking animals. The Kemetic goddess Bast is a prime fucking example of cats being literally gods on earth. They sit at the foot of the bed. They sit in doorways, at the top of stairs, at the bottom of stairs. They resonate at their own frequency. Those are very spiritual creatures.
Okay, I feel you. Got it. So Rusty so people call you Rusty, or does anyone just call you Rusty?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rusty
Yeah, that's
started
kinda
out.
what I go by.
Okay, so Rusty started out in like punk. What did you start out as? Like what music?
I started in hip hop,
Okay,
shockingly enough.
because black people or what?
No, I just wasn't. That's where I was.
Okay.
Like, so like everybody was like, it was like rappers that were like
In Denver. So is there like famous rappers from Denver? Is that a thing? Am I gonna be like surprised and it's like someone I should know?
Nah,
I want to say any like world famous rappers.
no. Like this just
Yeah, Denver's rap scene's I
the
don't know.
music scene in Denver is very eclectic. Rap is a hamster wheel.
Okay.
It just is. Like you have people who've done really cool things. Like mind you, and I've met really dope people in hip hop R&B out there. No.
Okay. You don't like randomly have like some old rapper like Bun B or something. I don't know.
Hell no. We have the closest thing is like 303. And they don't do rap. They're like, shush girl. Hush your
Oh,
lips."
they're from Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from
Like
Denver.
they met in college out there.
Wow.
Oh,
like-
Do the Helen Keller.
Oh no. Flowbots.
Yeah, Flowbots. I was about to
Fuck
say
out of
that.
here. The Flowbots.
Flowbots.
You remember the I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars.
Maybe? I don't know.
That
Yeah,
song.
that song. That song was big as fuck.
Yo, my cousin's motherfucking her mama ringtone was that. So it was crazy. Like
That
hearing that all the
brings
time and
back,
just
like,
running through the
memories
house like his
from the
kids.
radio.
I go ride my bike with no handlebars. No handle. Like a bunch of hood rats through the motherfucking house. And then them knowing like who I am and like
Oh my gosh. So you guys have met him now, or?
yeah.
Okay.
Like one of them, Stefan, is like he really is just like in our corner, really looks out and like
Yeah, he's hooked us up. with
really
some
amazing.
shit.
Like, and mind you, I say he's looked out. Like I say that, and I'm like, he's really looked out for us and like given us opportunities. I say that, and he shuts all that down. He's like, no, I didn't give you anything. You worked for it.
Hey, there we go.
No, you worked for it. So no. I'm like, sure. So the fucking Flowbots,
Okay.
super sick. Yeah, they do. Yeah, because they rap. They're super dope. Other than that, yeah, no.
Okay. And like, what's like the main sound in Denver right now then? And has it changed since when you guys first started?
Rock
making
is the
music?
number one
Okay.
genre for Colorado,
Got it.
which I think is another reason why we do very well. It's because we make rock and roll,
Okay.
and we just bring a rock element. Even if the song isn't rock and roll, it could be a fucking trap song, but you're hearing metal fucking guitar.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
You're getting some sort of like rock in there. Like even if what he's playing isn't super rock, like the way I'm singing, I like how I just like formed my tongue as if I was like doing a growl. That was crazy. Always training myself to like be on command. It's some sort of element of like just a lot more aggressive, like you know, it has an
Okay.
edginess to it.
Cool.
So yeah, rock is the number one genre out there.
And do you like rock yourself, or?
Love rock.
Yeah,
I love
okay.
rock and roll. I'm very influenced. Like a lot of my introduction to rock was the roots
Okay.
of it, which was gospel, blues,
Mm-hmm.
soul, R&B, boom, which rock and roll came.
Got it.
So my introduction is Little Richard, Tina Turner,
Yeah.
Rocket 88, you know what I'm saying, which is the first
Yeah.
ever recorded rock and roll song, rock song for real.
Mm-hmm.
Was in that realm. Chuck Berry, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my foundation, is the roots of it all. So in that I can listen to every other form, subgenre of rock, and I can break it down very easily. Like even though if I don't know the entire history, if I listen to it long, I can listen to 3 songs of just about anything
Mm-hmm.
and be able to pick apart where it came from.
Got it. And so, how did you guys end up coming together? Are you guys more alike than not? I feel like you guys have such like different vibes and come from different music scenes, even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we definitely came together at that camp. Like that's where we met.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrote songs together at that camp. But then we kind of like parted ways for a bit. Like I was going to college and
Mm-hmm.
N3ptune was going to college for like a semester or whatever. How long did you?
Fucking dropout. I went for a semester. Wasted my fucking time.
What college?
I went to the people great. College is great. I'm not shit talking to college. I went to CCD, but it was definitely a waste of my time, and it was a waste of money.
Yeah, but then in 2019 we reconnected. Actually, not even for music. I was designing for a fashion show.
Oh wow!
And I asked N3ptune to be one of the models, and after that fashion show, I like showed him this beat I made, and then he was like, "Oh, I have this verse that could fit over it," and then we recorded that, and then I threw a guitar solo on it, and yeah, that was our first single. And then we started working on our first album, Renaissance. We didn't know it was gonna be an album until a while after working on it. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone says, I constantly hear like everyone says like we're kind of like opposites, and people say that especially on stage, like people are like, oh, well, you guys like shouldn't work together. Like it seems like it wouldn't work. Like this lady last night was literally telling me like, you'll just look at N3ptune and it's like he has his whole vibe, and then you look at me and I have my whole vibe, and they're like so different, and you like would not think they work together, but then like when it is together, it does work. And like I constantly hear that all the time.
And is that like a compliment at this point, or like how do you guys take that?
I like it because yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what shows us is different entities. I mean, we are. It's just we started making music together and just make music very well together. But we also were very particular. We like what we like, and what we don't like is, sorry, no disrespect to anybody, we just don't. Yeah. So like, it's not like we're fishing out like to make music. We're just any fucking, like, most of the time, I mean, I say it all the time, it's just like, why would I want to work with anybody else? Like nobody's gonna push me.
Right.
Nobody's gonna push me musically at this level unless they are already where the fuck I want to be. And most of where I want to be, those people are busy as shit or dead. So nobody's going to push me to be a better artist. Nobody's going to challenge me to be a better musician. Nobody's going to challenge me to like, nobody's going to push me. Nobody's presenting that challenge. And nobody as well is, I want to work with the fucking best. I want to work with people who are better than me.
Same.
So if I'm constantly the best in the room, and when I walk in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Where it's like when you walk into a room and you're with somebody who it's just unpredictable. You don't know what, depending on what you're working on, you don't know what they're bringing, like what they'll bring to the table, what they're going to hear, because they're just literally a vault of knowledge. Like,
what would you say Denver has to offer you guys then, if it's like a small community?
It has no formula. It has no industry. People get to a certain point, plateau, get to a certain point, exactly. They disappear.
It has like a passing through industry in the way of like, Denver is one of the, spends some of the most amount of money to see live music, but it's for artists passing through.
I feel like that's what Denver. Seattle does too. It's exactly what Seattle is.
So it's weird. Like Denver does actually have a lot of money spent on music, but not local music.
Yeah, that's exactly Seattle too. Like it's the exact same
very
shit.
Similar.
Yeah.
Like, it's always interesting because people are like, oh, well, mind you, I always hear from like, for a lot from, unfortunately, from the predominant, it's black folks really, ain't no love in it. And all you niggas are just in hip hop and R&B. So y'all don't want to step outside your fucking comfort zone. You don't want to experience nothing else. Right. So of course you don't think there's no love and no support. It's y'all niggas don't love and support each other.
Yeah.
The broader music scene where shit's actually going on, there's so much love and support. Like, mind you, Sonic Guild has like looked out for us so much, supported us so much. There has been, I mean, publications have really looked out for us, but also like there's just, if you doing the fucking work and as an artist, as a musician, and really just, I mean, just hone in on your craft and allow growth, like really just devote yourself to your craft. Like it's so much easier said than done, Lord have mercy. But there's there's not much what it has to offer, at least like us and for like other people, take like the Velveteers, take like Naoma, take those are two I can think off for it, but a lot of good people from my agency like Rama Contra, like it's a lot of things of like what we hear so much is, oh, I just gotta move this place and you hear that from people who really haven't done shit.
Mm.
You hear that from people who have allowed audience members to big they head up, a couple people because they played a couple shows and had about 3 moments, feed their ego a little bit, so now they shit stroked and hard. And now they think they too big for Denver, when it's like, no, you haven't played an AEG venue, you haven't played a Live Nation venue. If you were on a bill, it was with 11 different niggas because the promoter didn't think that any of you niggas could sell out half of this place, let alone a third of it. Nobody pioneers. Nobody stays and builds something that is far bigger. Everybody wants it very easy and they want it very quick. Instead of staying, figuring it out, being a master at their fucking craft, but then also cultivate something and be the first at something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it has to offer us.
So you guys want to stay in Denver and like build your own thing for sure.
Up until a certain point.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, like I
ain't
love
like
Denver.
showstop.
It feels like home.
Because it is home.
It's kind of a love. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I've lived there my whole life.
It's also
But it's what's hard about it for me is like, I don't know. It like we do get a lot of love, but it also just feels small, and it's weird like going out and like always seeing people
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know. I kind of would like to I love being in new places where I don't know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't really get that in Denver.
If you guys were to move, would it be together, or do you guys have your own? Are you guys like a
Possibly,
duo, or are you guys
Possibly, yeah.
collaborators? Like, how do you guys
Both.
say you guys are? Okay.
I would
Yeah.
say. Like with the project we're doing right now, we are a duo.
Got it.
But I'm working on a solo record. N3ptune is working on a solo record that like, and obviously we're helping each other out. Like N3ptune's gonna feature on my solo record. I'm gonna feature on N3ptune's solo record.
Mm-hmm.
But for this project right now is a duo.
Got it. And it's N3ptune and Rusty Steve.
Mhm.
That's how it goes. Got it. And did you guys think that was going to happen when you guys first started making music, or were you just like trying to collaborate and see what happened?
I feel like he did.
Well, I don't know. I was kind of just going with the flow, honestly. Like, it was I never really thought too far ahead of like, oh, like we can make this like a duo, and like all like it was kind of just like, oh, you want to make music, and we were just making music, and then once the music was made, then it was like stuff just started happening. It was kind of, I would say, a natural flow. It wasn't like really planned out that we were gonna be a duo. I think it just kind of naturally happened.
And how did things start happening? Like, what caused it? Because you can make the best music in the world, but still that doesn't mean anyone's going to hear it. So, like, what are some steps
I
that
think
happened?
it started with our first single. Like after the fashion show, we recorded that song, and then we just kept meeting up and working on stuff. N3ptune would come with a song he had written, and then I would like help produce it. Sometimes I'd come to N3ptune with like a beat I had done, and he'd write to it. Yeah,
Same shit to this day.
exactly. Like we would just keep meeting up, working on music without a plan. And then once we had like a bunch of music, it was like, okay, well, we should probably put this out. And then, yeah, we put it out.
Like, would you like have like did you guys put together like a budget? Were you guys managed at the time? Did you start doing shows for it, or how did you?
Yeah.
I had my mentors at the time, so I had just quit working at Chipotle. Hi, camera. I had just like quit my job. It literally like I wasn't trying to do music full time at the moment. I was gonna wait, but it's just life. It's just no. Like in my manifestations, like I was literally forced to just be in everything that I was manifesting the entire time. So I was playing shows like every single fucking week, and I have my mentors.
How about that? Does that in Seattle, if you play too many shows, you get saturated? What is that like in Denver?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, nobody is. There's not. If you play certain if there's too much of something, then I believe it's easy to just be played out. Whereas what I bring to the table is wildly different than the landscape that's in Denver of the music scene. So I was able to play regularly, and it was not.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So doing that, having the navigation and like the mentorship of my mentors really helping me navigate. Ended up did Underground Music Showcase, which we play from today next week. And our now manager Corey was there. He was the editor at 303 Magazine, and I had been interviewed already. I had seen Corey for a couple months. Nice Kiki. Oh, hey, bitch, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then, how's your ankle? Because he had fucked up his ankle. So I was like, are you good? You walking around right now? And so he had some band had dropped out. I got asked by now agency Future to come and fill in. It's like a noon slot, which is the slot nobody wants. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have anything. I didn't know. There's no direction, no nothing. So you say yes to everything, even if it's not paying you. You say yes to everything because you don't know who's going to be in that fucking room. Yeah. So I said yes. Barely had a voice, by my standards, and so performed. And then within some days, I got a text from Corey. He was like, "Hey, are you represented by anybody, any management or anything like that?" I was like, "No, I just have my mentors." He's like, "We need to talk. When are you around?" I was like, "I'm in LA right now." I was like, "But I'll be back soon." He was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then I think like some time passed. I'm again busy. We're working on music. He was like, "Hey, you still want to meet? Like, do you want to?" I was like, "No. Let's meet." Something Amy was telling me like, who does he know? Like, why is he having this meeting or whatever? I talked to him and he was like, "Yeah, I want to manage you. Damn. This is what I've done. This is what I can do. I can't promise you anything, but I saw that and I haven't seen that." And from there on, the ball started rolling. Like, whereas I'm constantly networking and just out and about and performing so much. So it really, what we were working on, like we were already working on something behind the scenes.
Were they just representing you though, or were they representing Rusty Steve too?
They're just representing me at the time. But of course, like, you see what the man does, and if you listen to what he does, I cannot wait for y'all to hear what this man has. So when y'all hear, like, when you hear what he does and you see what he does, like, it's insane. Like, when everybody hears his shit, they'll listen to what we make and be like, oh, okay. Because everyone's like, oh, like, it sounds like N3ptune. I'm like, y'all really don't hear how, like, I'll be adopting this man's sound because I love it. Like, whatever genre that man make, that's what I want to make too. So I'm like, no, we need to add this. I don't think we need it. I'm like, yes, we do. It's like a signature of yours. We need it in there. So sorry, I got off topic. I got excited. So yeah, I mean, that's how it really just like started pumping. I mean, from there on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out to the Denver fans. Shout out to that Denver orbit.
Yeah, shout out to Slaybos too.
Yo,
that's kind of where we started to. We opened for Slaybos, and then they basically asked. I mean, they asked us to go on tour with them, like opening for them, and that's like right around the time we released
our sound check.
Yeah, our first record. Yeah, we did a sound check, and Alexis like watched our sound check, which is kind of crazy.
They all watched our sound check.
They all did?
Yeah, they all watched it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy for a headliner to like watch the.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't really happen. And then she was like, we don't have an opener for Salt Lake City tomorrow night. Do you guys want to like open for us? Like,
I said, I'm going.
Yeah, this is off of the soundtrack. I literally like call my work like, hey, I can't come in. And so then we drive to Salt Lake, play that show, and then Derek is like talking to us after the show, and he's like, yeah, we're going on tour. Like, do you guys want to open for us on tour? Like, we can't promise it.
What he was saying, he was like, we have somebody that we're like planning to have. He was like, so we just need to hear back from, make sure everything. We wouldn't want to do them dirty or anything like that. So if it works out, you'll definitely be hearing from us.
And they broke their legs, so you guys were able to do it.
We heard
Yeah,
back.
I don't know.
We
what
got the
happened,
question.
honestly,
Like, I remember waking up to the call, and it was like,
but yeah.
because Corey was fucking texting me like, hey, I need to call you. So I get a phone call, and I was like, hello, hey. I was like, what? Because I know that's why I started like the way he said, hey. I was like, he's about to say something. I was like, what? He was like, so are you awake right now? I was like, what is it? Slaybo's just asked if you want to go on tour.
Damn.
I said, say yes. He was like, good, I already did.
It was a really good tour too.
Hell yeah.
They play big rooms, and like it's kind of unheard of for an artist at our level at the time to be asked to be direct support on a bigger tour like that.
That's awesome.
And so
And they're just so
wild.
genuine.
Yeah, they're
Like,
so awesome.
Show you the ropes. Make sure you're comfortable. Like, hey, make sure like if you want your sound a certain way, like make sure the sound a certain way. If they give you shit, just like let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you want lights and everything like that, let them know what you want. And if anybody gives you shit, let us know. How was it? Everything feel good? Da, da, da. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of times, especially like when you have people gassing you up all the time and just kissing your ass, one of the question you start to hear less and less is, how are you today? How are you feeling?
Yeah. It's true.
And like, they're just solid. Everybody on the team, solid.
Yeah.
Like, that's every artist's first fucking like dream tour an artist wants. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome.
For real.
They're some of the best in the industry.
Hell
And
yeah.
I met some of the industry.
So you guys have recently been performing festivals, just a Capitol Hill Block Party and Electric Forest. Tell me more about that.
Electric Forest was fucking madness.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Where is that at, by the way?
Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, and Rothbury. Yeah, shout out to Electric Forest for having us. That was nuts. We did 2 sets on 2 different stages. We did the observatory and we did a honeycomb stage. Absolute madness. It was phenomenal. It was really dope. There's a lot of people who just already knew who we were.
That's awesome.
I was just walking around and people like, N3ptune? I was like, yeah.
What you want?
It was trippy. People from Electric Forest recognized us here at Capitol Hill Block Party.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. I've never.
They were like, "Oh, we saw you at Electric Forest," and
Yeah.
we were like, "Really? That's crazy."
So tell me more about Electric Forest. I've actually never heard of this festival.
It's an electronic festival in the motherfucking forest.
Yeah.
Quite
Oh,
literally.
shit.
Like, it's just bass wubs and electronic music, literally just, and like all through an entire forest. It's huge.
Damn.
It's huge. There's no cell service. It's huge. Well, there's no cell service because there's that many people. There's cell service. Don't get it fucked up. It happens every year. Big, like it's a mainstream festival, so it's
that's
really
awesome.
huge. It's
A lot of
really
like
huge.
really big art installations. The stages are huge. It's a really big festival. It's awesome.
Damn. How long do you guys like prepare for it for?
I don't know.
I mean, I
Our
know.
whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, everything we're doing, we've, definitely been working. I'd say preparation more specifically. I think I just constantly just like doing our things and making sure I know, like with myself, I'm constantly in a state of practice, constantly in a state of rehearsal for myself. So, I mean, it's always just a thing of like, hey, remember you have this, make sure you're getting ready for this. You have your set list, this, da, 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 da. So it's constantly just like getting ready. I think something like that. It's just more so like planning of like, hey, we got to make sure we get tickets, make sure we have this. Do you know what we're doing? Do you know our outfits? You know what I'm saying? So I think at least for like myself, it took some weeks because outfit made and had to like.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dang. And I feel like your music is like so unique that you guys could probably fit into most types of festivals too.
Yeah. The more music we make, it's easier for us to do any kind of festival because our music is so eclectic and not everything is just like it's not one note. And for that reason, like
Exactly. I really want to do Riot Fest.
Hell yeah.
That's a dream.
Afropunk.
That'd be fucking dope. Hell yeah.
Coachella, obviously.
Yeah.
What's Coachella? I don't know.
I'm not gonna say that. I don't need somebody agent or promoter coming back and be like, yeah, we heard that interview you did one time.
So with that, is there anything else you guys would like to promote before we get up out of here?
Yeah, our new single Shadow and that music video, and then also we have a cover of Kill Bill coming out.
Oh shit!
On
July 28th.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! This will definitely be out by then. So that's okay. That's
it's
awesome.
like an acoustic cover, so it's like,
but like
much
our way.
Exactly. It's like a ton of vocals, guitar, and then snaps.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no kicks this time.
Yeah, for real.
But it's still bass.
And bass, yeah.
There's still bass.
Technically guitar.
Hell
Bass
It's still
guitar.
bass. There's no bass.
What is some? I'm excited to see more about your guys' journey and see how you guys grow. But what is some final advice you each have for up and coming artists, creators, influencers?
I think the best advice I've ever gotten is to just keep doing it. It's really simple, but whenever I've like met a bigger artist and I ask them advice, that's like usually what they'll say. It's just like keep doing it.
And what about you, N3ptune?
I have two pieces because
Okay.
I believe there's two different types of artists and sometimes in between. I believe there's two and then you have to pick which one you're going to be. I say for the people who just love making music and you just want to do it. I mean, just learn the business so then that way you're not getting shitted and remember your love for the music. And have fucking fun. And for artists who, like myself, plan on being legacy artists, it takes sacrifices and it takes some real hard decisions. And you ain't gonna be liked all the time. And you have to realize that shit doesn't matter. Your legacy matters. Your future matters. You have to make a lot of sacrifices, and you're gonna have to be with yourself a lot. You're gonna have to really devote yourself to the craft in ways. You're gonna be experienced. You don't realize that what you're going through in life is actually setting you up for your future. Mm-hmm. So really, do not stop. You can't afford to stop. If it's your legacy and it's what you were meant to do, there is no other option.
Fuck yeah.
Do it.
Hell yeah. And what is the easiest way for people to reach you guys?
Probably Instagram.
IG. If you're trying to any show inquiries, DM is not the way to do it. Hit the email in the profile. Yeah. Instagram N3ptune. The first E and the 3, bitch, it ain't me. N3ptune Music, and then
my Instagram is rsty.stve.
Hell yeah. This is the NAST podcast with
N3ptune
Rusty Steve.
And we did it.